At the sky on Universal's Rip Ride Rockit roller coaster. After more than 2 hours, people are finally taken off one by one with a harness in a slow and dramatic rescue. It was frightening to imagine what those riders are going through. They are now safe, but we did learn one of them was taken to the hospital. Good evening, I'm Gart Swanson.
And I'm Lauren Rowe. We broke this story on clickorlando.com about 7:30 tonight. We've been all over it until the rescues happened. Now this is a live picture of the Rip Ride Rockit roller coaster. You can see the cars still stuck there on top. Now if you've ever been to Universal, this is the roller coaster that immediately takes you straight up as soon as it starts. In this video from Sky 6, you can see the position that all the riders were in when the coaster actually got stuck 167 feet in the air. Absolutely nowhere to go and not moving. Amaka Baka is live at Universal. Amaka, you just spoke to the fire chief, and he told you how they actually rescued these people.
That's right, Lauren. We just spoke to District Chief Ian Davis, who described step by step what firefighters had to do to get these 12 people off this ride. He said when they got here, they had to formulate a plan quickly, and it took them about 40 minutes to get everyone off that ride safely. Now, I'm going to get out of the way. We're actually outside the back entrance of the park, which gives us the best view of the ride. You can see that the initial car got stuck on that red level bridge, and that left 2 other cars stranded, including the one that was vertical with those 12 people on it at the beginning of the ride. But thankfully, because of firefighters, everyone was able to get off okay. 12 people at Universal Studios had a great view of the fireworks tonight, but not the one they were expecting. They were stuck on the Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit for about 2 hours.
I would be crying. I'd be in tears.
The young family was on the roller coaster just an hour before it got stuck in midair.
I wouldn't imagine being stuck up there.
But you go straight up in the air, and it is kind of scary because you feel like you're about to fall backwards. So I couldn't imagine being stuck like that, like feeling like you're about to fall backwards the whole time.
You can see from this Sky 6 video, the riders were stuck vertically before the first big drop.
When you're back there, you can't see anything but straight up because you're strapped in and you're pushed back and you're looking straight up in the air.
Like jittery, you know, it just like shakes you back and forth.
Matt and Cassie Pallon also rode the Rip Ride Rockit earlier and thought they noticed something strange.
Yeah, I just saw the roller coaster like sitting there, and I thought maybe it was stuck.
The Orlando Fire Department responded quickly. First crews brought the roller coaster car to the top of the ride.
Once we got it to a horizontal position, then our guys can go ahead and put the victims in harnesses, and then we're able to walk them off the ride.
Ending a terrifying close call for everyone.
You were literally feeling like you're about to fall out the back of it when you were going up. So I couldn't imagine being in that last car.
Now, Chief Davis tells me those 12 people that were stuck on that ride were given towels during the rescue so that they could stay warm. He also says that he's just happy it wasn't raining tonight like it has been the last couple of days, because that would have made this rescue much harder to do. Lauren?
Amaka, do they know what caused this to happen, and when are they going to reopen the ride?
Well, the Universal spokesperson we spoke to said that technicians are actually out here right now, and they'll be out here tomorrow to take a look at the ride and figure out exactly how this happened. At this point, they really don't know, and right now there's no timetable on when the ride will reopen. Lauren?
All right, thanks very much, Amaka. Well, of course, watching this from the air tonight was pretty incredible. Local 6 was first with the live aerials of those riders stuck 167 feet in the air.
Yeah, there were 17 stories. Wow, they're way up there. Let's get up now to Dave Sprung in Sky 6. So, Dave, you saw this whole thing unfold minute by minute earlier tonight. What's happening out there right now?
Well, Guard, right now all is quiet here at Universal Studios. Looks like the park is closed, nobody walking around, and you can see the tracks are just going to sit here. The cars aren't going to move until the inspectors and the mechanics can actually get to it and figure out exactly what caused it to stop. We have a lot of earlier pictures. Let's go to that right now so you can see what we were looking at as this was going on step by step. When we first arrived on scene, those 2 cars were pointing straight up in the air. Right now they're sitting on top of the roller coaster where everything looks a lot safer, but earlier they were pointing straight up, and all you could pretty much imagine are the people that were on those cars just staring at the sky for approximately 2 hours. And you had a lot of people, a lot of workers coming up and down an elevator that went up and down the side of the roller coaster itself, going to the platform, checking a part of the track. While the riders were stuck in that one position, I did notice the workers on the other side of the hill actually checking parts of the track. And then all of a sudden you started seeing firefighters coming up the elevator, and they would actually surround the car, and they were actually talking to the people that were in the cars, probably just trying to keep them calm and safe, and explain to them what they were doing step by step so they can understand that their lives weren't in danger, the first responders were there, and that they were going to be taken care of. Let's come out live pictures now, and you'll see the car sitting right on top, and this is where it's going to sit tonight until they can actually figure out what's going on with it. Guard, Lauren?
Yeah, those rescue teams, Dave, did such a nice job tonight. I'd like to get that in. All right, thank you. And this isn't the first problem Universal has had with the Rip Ride Rockit coaster. I did a little bit of research tonight, and the coaster, it opened back up in 2009. But the very next year, the manufacturer issued a warning about the ride, saying some metal bars needed to be inspected every 3 weeks for cracks. And just this past August, a woman was injured after the coaster came to a sudden stop. The ride was shut down for several days for tests, but eventually did open back up. We'll be checking with Universal all night long, and we're going to have updates for you on this breaking news on the morning news starting at 5 o'clock. And you can also get updates anytime at clickorlando.com, as well as video and pictures from tonight's dramatic rescue. Just look right under the top stories section.